going to be asking like random people questions regarding this fuel subsidy. You know, we have a lot of Nigerians complain about this incident. So people are talking about the removal and why it is not necessary. It's also necessary for the president to actually make that statement during the inauguration. Some persons are saying, oh, it's actually a good idea, and they welcomed it. But a lot of people are affected. Almost everybody, we're all affected one way or the other. So I want to hear from people I can see, because I don't want to be looking at social media and their trends and crews. I want to meet people individually and ask them what they think about the removal of this subsidy. So join me as I ask these questions, and let's enjoy this hiking today. Cheers! Hello.
Hi.
Your name, please?
Chukwemeka is my name.
Chukwemeka. Yes. So today I want to ask you a question. What do you think about the President's declaration on the 29th of May, on the inauguration day, regarding the fuel subsidy removal?
Okay, I think that the declaration was hurried. Very, very hurried, in the sense that we knew before now that subsidy would have to go. I am for subsidy 100%. Okay, so I don't have a problem with its removal. I just have a problem with the manner in which it was removed. Okay, you are a president now. You don't just speak like you're a democratic president, for that matter. So you don't begin to speak like a dictator. Okay, he talked more like a dictator. Fuel subsidy is gone. Okay, the initial declaration was that July, that's when it would be removed. So a lot of us were preparing our minds for July. But then all of a sudden, it's not even May, and we are having to grapple with. So the removal of subsidy is a good thing, in that you have more money coming to the government that could be redeployed to infrastructural development and all what's not. But the manner in which it was removed, that was where I fault the president's declaration. Okay, I was expecting something like you start with maybe 50% or thereabouts, okay, and then you begin to put structures in place to help the people deal with the fallout. Nigerians are poor, a lot of Nigerians are poor. Imagine somebody that has to say earns, let's say 25 or 30k a month, and you have to say spend maybe 200 naira to work and 200 naira coming back, that's 400 bucks. Okay, and then you do this thing and transportation fee skyrockets by over 100%. Now you have to now do 800 to and fro work. Okay, calculate that for a month and then check what will be left of the person's income. So I was hoping, like, I don't want to go back in time, but I think I have to do it at this point. When Jonathan did the same thing in I think 2015 or thereabout, okay, what we saw was he removed it partially, then he introduced palliative measures to help the people deal with the fallout. I was in Abuja then, and I remember that we had these green buses and even red buses. They called them Shopee buses. Okay, these buses, they were there to convey you to wherever you were going for 50 bucks or 100 bucks at most. Okay, that way the people could deal with some of the fallout. You don't have to deal with everything, but you deal with the most essential fallout. Okay, so the people could still manage. All right, but when you just wake up one morning and you say fuel subsidy is gone, there's nothing to help people deal with the transportation fallout, the inflation that we are going to see in food prices, people have not started reacting. The market has not started reacting. The reason is a lot of people still have old stock. Some are still trying to grapple with the shock, trying to align themselves to the new realities. By the time these alignments are done, we're going to now start seeing the inflation that will, be happening to commodities and all of that. So I think the declaration was good. Fuel subsidy had to go at some point, but I think it was hurried. So that's what I think. It was very much hurried.
Okay, what can you say about this consolation prayers Nigerians now pray now, that this subsidy is going to favor me, this economy is going to favor me, and this poverty is going to favor me? What do you have to say? Do you believe in that?
It's most Nigerians, they themselves who are making the prayers. For them, it's some sort of cruise. Okay, it's some sort of cruise. Okay, because you cannot declare things like this into reality. Okay, this is something we live with it. You see it, so you cannot just wake up one day and say fuel subsidy will favor me. If you tell me, okay, I'm going to work hard to ensure that I continue to beat the system, legally, fine, I understand that. But if you're telling me that the fuel subsidy will favor you, the government will favor you and all of that, government will favor us quite all right. But these are realities that we cannot wish away. So I do not think the prayers are necessary. I do not think they are relevant. I just think they are, a way we can just, deal with what some of us are beginning to see as as comic, very very comic, because these things, it's getting very funny to me the way Nigeria is going. So that's how I see the prayers.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi,
Please, your name?
my name is Oluwaseun.
Oluwaseun. I would like to ask you a question. What can you say, or what do you think about the president's declaration on the 29th of May regarding removing the removal of fuel subsidy?
Yeah, I think it's a welcome development. I mean, Tinubu already said it before 29th already that there has been a video making the rounds that he's going to do it. He's going to do it. So declaring it on 29th is not the issue. It's a welcome development as much as because we spend a lot on first subsidy actually, and there's no need for it. But I just think that there should be measures in place to cater for the resulting challenges, and that's what we do not have. It's more like a careless statement when you do not have measures in place, thinking about what's your policy, how it will affect life of citizens.
Hi.
Hello,
Your name?
I'm Shola Dawsi.
Mr. Shola, I would like to ask you a question. What do you think about the president's declaration on the 29th of May regarding fuel subsidy removal?
Well, my own view of points to that regard is that Mr. President was trying to be sincere with Nigerians, because if you look at it clearly, during the tenure of President Muhammadu Buhari, he has already, on his budget, he has already budgeted that fuel subsidy should be ended by 30th of June. So for Mr. new president, who is Mr. Tinubu, I believe that he was just trying to be lenient with Nigerians to let them know the state of Nigeria and what is actually happening before the due date. However, for me, I was so surprised when they declared higher increase in price of fuel, because I believe that he should have waited till 30th of June. So that's just my own take. But in all, I have not seen anything bad in what Mr. President has done, because he's just trying to be sincere with Nigerians. And you know, for every change is always difficult. We are used to the system, so there must be a new thing. So which I think is a welcoming idea to me. I'm also impatient because before now I do fuel my car with 12,000 naira, but now if I'm to fill up, I will be having like 25,000-30,000. So it's also impacting on the whole general citizen. So it's not one man's show. Are you getting me? So, and that's just the way I see the whole thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shola.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi,
Please, what's your name?
my name is Kingsley.
Kingsley, nice to meet you.
Pleasure is mine.
So I'd like to know, what do you think about the declaration by the president on the 29th of May during his inauguration about the removal of subsidy?
Okay, well, it's, for me, I think it's complicated. It's a good idea. For me, I don't think the subsidy payment by the government has been beneficial to our economy. Now the only problem now is in terms of implementation. Were people informed early enough? Did you give people enough time to plan? NNPC, did they plan well enough ahead of time? You get. Then also, if you're going to remove subsidy, now that money you're trying to save, how does it impact the economy? Would you use the money for capital projects? Will the money go back to the economy, or it will be siphoned? If the money will go back to the economy, I think it's a good decision. But if it's going to be siphoned, like most of Nigerian politicians do, then we're back to square one. But this one with increased suffering by the masses. So for me, I can't say it's a good decision or a not good one. I think the implementation will decide if it's good or bad.
Hi.
Hello,
Your name?
my name is Adiola Falagi.
Adiola, nice to meet you. I can see you're Mr. Ideal Nigeria.
Nah, not exactly Mr. Ideal Nigeria Western King.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're asking random questions, and today we want to know what you think about the president's declaration, President Tinubu, on the 29th of May, when he said that he will be removing fuel subsidy. What are your thoughts?
Well, there's nothing much to say about it because it's too very early to start judging the president. I mean, he just got into the office, so he made the declaration, he has not implemented it, and people are already hiking the fee on petrol stores. So I feel like we are the one doing ourselves. We are our own very problem. And if we pay attention and help the government, everything will actually get better. It's going to get better now. Just fingers crossed, and let's see what is going to happen for the next 4 years, then maybe 8 years.
Hi.
Hello,
Your name?
I'm Joshua Wonla.
Joshua, I would like to know, what do you think about the President's declaration on the 29th of May regarding the removal of fuel subsidy?
All right, about that, I think we've seen it coming. But he declared it that day caused some, how will I put it, some uproar, in the sense that I don't think we're prepared for that. Although it's important or it's necessary the subsidy is removed. But I think some policy need to be in place for it to, before it is even effected. But I think that wasn't done, and look at what's going on right now. Fuel has skyrocketed, and everything is just, with in few weeks from now, a few days, you'll see that price in things will increase, both in the market, in definitely everything in the country will increase, and we just hope his tenure will, favor us and favor everyone.
Also, you believe in this whole prayer of this tenure is going to favor me, this fuel scarcity is going to favor me?
Yeah, but let's see what's in place. We don't know what's going on. It's just starting, so we can't judge by just the first day or 3 days or 5 days in office. Let's see what's happening in store for us, and let's hope it all unwind to our favor.
Thank you. So,
Hi,
your name?
my name is Ola Sumbo.
Ola, I would like to know, what do you think about the President's declaration on the 29th of May regarding fuel subsidy removal?
Okay, well, for me, it's not actually a bad idea to start with, because we know that naturally fuel subsidy is not even in the budget. That's number one. Number two is that I think all the aspirants before the election made it known to us that they are going to remove the fuel subsidy. And I think the money being paid for the fuel subsidy before has not really been used well, due to the fact that Nigeria, corruption is too much. So it's a way to start on a good ground if the money for the fuel subsidy can be utilized on the economy in other parts. So I think it's actually okay. We are looking forward to what the president is going to do, and we are hoping that the economy will get better.
So you believe in this trending prayer that says this economy will favor me, this fuel subsidy will favor me? Do you also make that prayer?
No, I didn't. I'm not of that opinion, because even if you are praying, if you are not working, it's not going to work. It's good to pray, but it's good to work and put effort in. So I believe me working is already a good way of telling God that God, you have to do something. So I don't really follow that trend.
Thank you.
Hi.
Your name, please?
Damilola.
Right.
I'm asking questions regarding the just concluded inauguration. The president made a declaration during this inauguration that he's going to be removing fuel subsidy. What are your take? What do you think about this?
Well, it will be hard in the beginning, but I believe it's for the good of all. If we had allowed Jonathan to remove it back in 2012, we won't still be talking about it today. So let's just face it once, or just hope and pray they will do right by ensuring the national refineries in Port Harcourt, Warri, and Kaduna are working, not just rely on the Dangote refinery. With time, we'll get it right. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name is Bolariwa Ajayi.
Okay, Bola, I'm going to ask you a question. What do you think about the president's declaration on the 29th of May regarding fuel subsidy removal? What do you have to say?
Yes, that removal is affecting a lot of citizens. I think without the removal, people are even struggling to get the fuel, like to make production easy, as in because of their day-to-day life. But even adding to it, making a liter 700 naira as a person, as a young person, I find it very hard, because sometimes we buy it before around 290. Now it is 700. That is a massive inflation or escalation of price. So for me, I would just say I think the subsidy should still be added, yeah, and other means of sustaining other industry can be looked into. Maybe they should look into other resources to encourage, as in, to develop other institutions, not from the subsidy itself. That's my take.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi.
Please, your names.
My name is Adi. I'm Kelmighty.
So today I'll be asking you questions regarding the just concluded inauguration. I would like to know, what do you think about the president's declaration on 29th of May regarding fuel subsidy removal?
What I feel about the president does not really matter anymore because he has been elected already. It's just, I just hope and I pray he does his job very well and favors the citizen. That's all. And about the fuel subsidy, he has not really made a declaration yet. He has not really made a declaration yet. As at the last time I heard, he just said, oh, I don't know where these people are getting all the information from. Or maybe I'm not living in the same Nigeria, but it has actually affected everyone. Me personally, it has affected. That is the best. It has affected negative because what used to be, I think 220 before is now 500 per liter. So with 5,000 naira, what you are going to get is 10 liters to fuel your car and fuel your generator. You like. I have not been going out recently. I'm just indoor because where I won't go with 500 naira per liter and prices on bike, transportation, everything has improved. Everything has gone up, brother. Sorry, everything has gone up. So I'm not sure this is the right time to actually do this. The president should actually review this. Let me just say decision. Yes, he should review this decision. Maybe gradually they can be removing the subsidy, but right now it's not really that way.
Okay.
My name is Kelmighty, like I said. Though I'm happy for the president, like though it's not my choice, but I'm happy. There's nothing we can do. They've elected him and he's our president. Any decision he made, we'll go by it. There's nothing we can do about it. We all know that in our country there is rule, there is law, but they are doing things against the law, against the rules, and there's nothing we can do with the citizens. I think it's okay because Yar'Adua was the first president that wanted to do that, but they didn't give him a chance. So since Tinubu came up with that, I think it's bad decision, and I pray it's time to favor all of us.
Okay. So do you believe in this prayer that this economy, this fuel subsidy will favor us? Is it actually favoring you at the moment?
Like at the moment, it's not favoring anybody. It's not favoring anybody.
But
there's nothing we can do.
It's favoring some people.
No,
seriously,
bro, it's not favoring anybody.
Are you kidding?
Like, okay, petrol stations.
Petrol stations. Are you kidding?
Wait.
The man only made an announcement. Yes, he has not
made decision yet.
It's not supposed to be implemented already.
Okay.
But most petrol stations are selling 500 per liter. Are you saying they are not benefiting from it?
They are benefiting from it, but it's affecting all of us. Like, let me say, okay, with your money, you will get to the filling station and you won't get your fuel at the right time you're supposed to get it. Like, you will still be on the queue with your money. You have your money to buy, even if they increase it to 1,000 naira, you have the money to buy it. But when you get there, you will still have to queue and stay on the line. So I think it's affecting all of us, but there's nothing we can do. So my prayer is that it's affecting all of us.
You know that petrol station right there now. It's not affecting
when you get to depot, it will affect him or her. It will affect them when they get to the depot.
See, nothing has changed from the depots. Okay. The way I feel it, nothing has changed because the man only said there is going to be subsidy removal.
Why? The decision is not made yet.
So why is everybody
even without
it's because of their own gain. That is it. It's because of their own gain. That's what I feel. That's what
I would just say the president's decision is not affecting us. We are making things harder for ourselves as a country. That's just the problem.
Thank you. Hello guys. So today's interview section was very exciting. I had like wonderful opinions from people talking about how this subsidy has affected them. Some persons actually encouraged like the moves of the president. But to them, the only issue is that, oh, this was not the best time to say this. They felt like it was careless of him to say it as when he said it. But the removal of subsidy is a welcome development. And some persons were like, oh, we don't mind if subsidy is being removed, but we want our money to be used properly. We want this money to be implemented, channeled to the right projects, and not just, oh, the fact that subsidy has been removed, because that's the only way we can see our society develop. We don't mind going through the stress and everything, but let the money be used. So I want you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and please comment and like my video. Thank you, and we hope to see you next time.